Hey guys, today we're looking at our 30 CUD unit. As you can see, it's got 3 separate zones. You're gonna have 10 trays per zone, giving you a total of all 30 trays there. Taking a look inside, the unit comes with 304 food grade stainless steel mesh trays, so you have the 10 of them here, as well as a food grade drip tray at the bottom of every zone, making cleanup super easy. The great thing about a zoned unit is if you have a smaller batch and you just need to knock one out real quick, you don't have to run the entire unit. You can just run a single zone, which is going to end up saving you on the energy there. Another thing you can do is run them all simultaneously, different times and temperatures if you're doing different products, or maybe you have the same product like beef jerky and you have different seasonings, you don't want any cross-contamination or allergy issues. These zones are completely sealed off from one another, so that's really handy to have as well. Our units come with commercial grade double-walled stainless steel housing. Now the reason this is important is because it actually leads to better energy efficiency and also more even drying throughout the actual chamber itself. So instead of the outside of the machine heating up and then that heat being lost, that's going to be contained inside of the actual drying chamber and used to dry the food, ergo actually keeping your energy cost as low as humanly possible. Our units come pre-installed with strong caster wheels so that whenever you unbox it at your premises, you can easily just move it into place where you want to get it set up. And then from there, you can use the locking mechanisms to lock those down, and then it won't move from there. In the future, if you need to move it, it's easy just to unlock those and roll it into place. Our viewing windows on the machines are made of tempered glass, which is heat resistant. It's also made for commercial grade use, so it can withstand up to 10,000 PSI impact. Our control panels are actually made of tempered glass, so this makes them super easy to clean. They can also be used wearing food safety gloves in the kitchen environment, and they are made for commercial use, and so they have a 10,000 PSI impact rating. Our commercial range features horizontal airflow. So what this means is that the air intake vents are located at the back of the machine. That's where the fresh air is drawn into the drying chamber by the fans, ran over the heating coils to heat up to the temperature that you've set, and then that's run across the product and out the front of the unit through the exhaust vents. Now during that process, after it passes the heating coil, you're going to have a 360-degree airflow throughout the chamber as it moves from the back of the unit to the front of the unit. This ensures that you get even drying on every single tray. Our control panels have a few additional features beyond just being able to do the independent zone control and things like that. These features include a 99-hour timer. So this means you can run the unit for 99 hours straight on the timer. That won't void the warranty or anything like that, like some of the other brands on the market. Our units are made to be used for non-stop commercial use. The next one is a memory function. So what this means is when you're running a recipe or a cycle, that time and temperature that you set for that specific recipe, next time that you turn the machine on or turn that zone back on, that time and temperature will automatically be displayed there ready for you to go. The next feature is Ambient Air Mode. So what this allows you to do is just activate the fans themselves without activating the heating coil. So you're just going to be pulling ambient air from the room into the unit, into the drying chamber across your product and out the front of the unit. You may want to do this for some herbs that require really low temperatures, or potentially if you're using your dehydrator in an open air warehouse environment and it's in the middle of summer, you may not actually need to activate the heating coils in order to dry your product. Our units include 304 food grade stainless steel mesh trays, as well as a stainless steel drip tray at the bottom of every unit. Now these trays are 16 by 16 inches and are removable, and they are very easy to clean. They're also dishwasher safe. We also offer additional sets of trays that you can purchase with the unit. Obviously, you can get an additional set of the mesh trays that already come with the unit. You can also add on pan trays. These are primarily used for liquids, soups, things of that nature. They do inhibit a bit of the airflow in the actual zones themselves, so we don't recommend them unless they're primarily being used for actual liquids. If you're just going to be doing things like powder or really fine products that may fall through the mesh, we do have our NonStick Mat range, which would actually be primarily used for those types of products. We provide 2 different types of non-stick mats that can be purchased for all of our units. We have a mesh type and a solid type. The mesh type is primarily going to be used for most products, things like fruit, vegetables, meat products, anytime that you want airflow on top of the product as well as underneath. Where the solid ones come in handy is maybe if you're doing things like really fine grain or powders, Even liquids and things like that for fruit roll-ups could be used for the solid ones. But if you're gonna use a primary actual liquid, then that's where we would suggest that you use the pan trays themselves. If you guys have any additional questions that we didn't answer here today, feel free to run over to the product page for the 30 CUD, and you can find all the specifications there listed on the model. If there's any additional questions that maybe you have about your product or something else about dehydrating, we're always happy to help. Our customer care team can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, via chat on the website, email, phone call, whatever's easiest for you. Thanks a lot and have a good one.